Have you ever heard a high school coach make the statement to motivate his team, there is no I in team? Usually a coach is encouraging his team to stop playing individually, but merge their talents into a team performance like the sound of a well-organized orchestra. When I read the story of Jesus healing the blind beggar, my mind drifted to playing a team sports in high school. Team sports teaches us valuable lessons that we practice throughout life. A similar lesson is noted when the blind man received his sight in John, the 9th chapter. Let's look at that from a team perspective. At the height of Jesus' ministry, he and his disciples crossed the path of a blind beggar. And out of curiosity, the disciples wanted to know the root of his blindness by questioning who sinned to cause this blindness. Likewise, we ponder similar thoughts like why bad things often happen to good people, or why a loving God always allow people to suffer. Yet Jesus explained that this man was born blind solely for God's purpose. And notice the scripture in John 9:3. It says, Jesus answered, neither hath this man sinned, nor his parents, but that the works of God should be made manifested in him. Remember, all teams have both role players and key players. Make no mistake, key players get all the publicity and credits when a team wins. Yet a good coach knows the value of role players and their significance when winning. You see, the blind man in this story I would consider is a role player. The writer John fails to give his name. Yet, with this miracle of seeing, the blind man's role shifted from a beggar to a teacher for others, especially the religious leaders, to decide their belief in the Messiah. Notice John 9:16 says, therefore some of the Pharisees said that this man, Jesus, is not of God, because he keepeth not the Sabbath day. Others says, how can a man that is a sinner do such miracles? And there was a division among them. You see, what happened is the beggar turned teacher because he forced the religious leaders to decide for Jesus by questioning that I have told you already, and ye did not hear. Wherefore, would you hear it again? Will you also be his disciple? Such a powerful words will unlock our spiritual eyes as we see the true purpose of becoming disciples of Jesus. You see, discipleship includes joining the kingdom team and becoming a role player. Like team sports, you will have role players like a designated hitter on a baseball team who sacrificed a fly ball to left field to the third base runners to score a winning run. Or in football, you have an offensive lineman offer his body to create a hole for the running back to make a touchdown. You see, role players makes a difference in winning or losing. So the blind man made a difference by separating the faithful followers of Jesus by opening their spiritual eyes with his testimony of seeing. See, even Jesus declared, I come into the world to bring everything into clear light of day, making all the distinction clear, so that those who have never seen will see, and those who have made a great pretense of seeing will be exposed as blind. So believers must use their spiritual eyes to become role players for kingdom work. For instance, when we are blind to our role by thinking more of ourselves, when we are not key players on the key. Let me repeat that one more time. Believers must use their spiritual eyes to become role players for kingdom work. So I ask you this question. Are you more thinking about yourself and you want to be a key player in the kingdom, or you want to be a role player in the kingdom? And I use this for an example. I can remember back in high school, our basketball team had an essential player who failed to receive the prestigious recognition of the all-tournament team after we won the conference championship my senior year. He became distraught and began crying when the key players received their award, and he didn't receive anything. Upon realizing that this grown teammate may destroy the chemistry of the team, the key players quickly ripped their certificates because we wanted to play again in the state tournament. This response signified that the team unity was more important than an individual award. As a team, we realized that his sacrifice went unnoticed by the media or the ones who were selecting the all-tournament team, but we knew his value and our chance of winning would decrease without him. So likewise, the beggar, who became a believer, opened the eyes of others to accept Jesus as Messiah and blinded eyes of some who thought they knew the way. So please, and I say please, refrain from wondering why bad things are happening to good people, but look with your spiritual eyes to see the bigger picture of God's glory appearing because of the bad things that happened to good people. Thank you.